Only shocked myself 5 times. What's going on, guys? Have you guys ever used these type of cutaway receptacles? Well, right now I'm actually going through the home, and the reason why, because the drywall is shallow, so I have to use this where it actually goes in channels that way. So what we're gonna do right now is we have to cut to the size so I can get this in there, move it back, and just give you a little lesson on how this works. All right, so I have it cut away and wanted to point out a few things. So you go back and you want to use this type of drywall cutter, and this one you want to put at a 45, because when you put it in like this, it has to go in there. And the way these things work is you put it in, you screw these tabs in, and these tabs will pop up and they'll squeeze onto the drywall and they'll clamp on, and it'll be nice and solid. So we're gonna do that right now. So basically I'm gonna just push this in. It's kind of hard with one hand. Got it in. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start with just kind of like pushing this back so it's all the way in. And you start screwing this, and it pulls that tab up, and then this will get nice and snug on the drywall, so it won't move. So do that. I'm gonna do this one. And you kind of feel it starts to get nice and snug, so I can kind of feel it getting a little tight there. And I'll come back down here. Probably more. I'm gonna put it on the phone because I want to push this in and tighten it at the same time. All right, so I push this back and I tighten this down, but I couldn't do it with 2 hands. I had to drop the phone. So tighten that up, tighten this up, and then kind of like make sure it's squared up. You just kind of like go back and forth, make sure it's nice and straight. And then what I'll do, that one's nice. Okay, so they're both nice and tight. So now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna strip back these wires, and then we're gonna upgrade from this. Actually, let me show you. So basically we're taking it from this to this. And I already did this one, so definitely a lot cleaner look, a lot nicer. So let's get this wired up. All right, guys, so I got it all wired up. I'm gonna test it before I put it back in, so we're good to go. And then now what I'm gonna do is just kind of like squish this coax cable back into the wall. That is not that easy to do. You don't have much room in there. All right, so I got the coax cable in there, and now what I'm gonna do is get this nice and situate down. I'm using my left hand so it's awkward. And then make sure you straighten this out. I usually always use the tip of my thing to straighten this out. And then we'll put the plug on, and look at that. Works. All right, guys, I got 2 done. I got 16 more to go, but check this out. Nice and ready to go. Definitely a big upgrade. And then I gotta ask you a question. Do you guys have OCD where you guys put your screw heads straight, or do you not care how they look? So as I'm older, my OCD is definitely getting into my brain, and I have to have it, but I'm stoked on the way this looks. All right, hopefully you guys enjoy that little tutorial of how to put in these little cutaway shallow receptacles. Otherwise, hopefully you're getting some value out of some of this home improvement stuff I've been doing lately. Have a great day. Bye.